Eat a piece of beef, you will have 10,000 immediately. Drink a bottle of wine, you will have 50,000 United States dollars immediately. Will you join this game? This is a survival game. Also the test of human personality. Everyone will die in any game. And the final winner will get 10 million United States dollars. The horror movie Would You Rather. Are you ready? The rich shepherd staged a game. The participants are all poor people in urgent need of money. Iris is in need of money to heal her brother. Peter, the man, owes it to his bet. Amy, the girl who loves money. They are all people in financial trouble. Before the game starts, Shepherd called everyone to the table and invited them to eat and drink. The dinner was very hearty. Steak, foie gras, wine. Suddenly Iris raised her hand. She wanted to exchange it for a vegetarian meal, because she is a vegetarian. Shepherd saw that, suddenly excited. He said he really wanted to see the appearance of a meat-eating vegetarian. Iris quickly shook her head. She says she can't eat meat. Shepherd says forcing others to do things they don't like is hard. But he believes that having money is impossible. As soon as she finished speaking, the butler placed 10,000 on the table, in front of Iris. Seeing the money, Iris hesitated slightly. In front of everyone's eyes, Iris brought a piece of beef into her mouth. Shepherd immediately said,
"A lifetime of discipline and commitment to cause wiped away by a mere $10,000.
To reduce humiliation, Iris took a drink of water. At this point, Shepherd discovered Marcel was drinking filtered water. He asked if his wine was not good. Marcel says he's been out of alcohol for 16 years, so he can't drink alcohol. Shepherd immediately said, "If you drink alcohol now, I will give you 10,000 United dollars. Marcel said, shaking her head, "You understand. You have no idea how hard I'm working." Shepherd was angry. The butler set on the table 50,000 United dollars and a bottle of wine. Looking at the pile of money in front of him, Marcel is also hesitant. Finally, his 16-year veneration of alcohol withdrawal was also trampled on the ground. It is true that if you have money, you can do whatever you want. But scary game behind. That is the purpose of everyone coming here, because the winner will get 10 million United States dollars. Shepherd began to popularize the rules of the game. The game rules are very simple. Choose any question. Within the allotted time, one must choose one of the two options. After selecting, must immediately perform that action. Otherwise the person will be disqualified. Now they have the option to either join the game or return. If they choose to participate, they will not be able to withdraw. Marcel took 50,000 United dollars and stood up. But he hesitated for a moment and then sat down again. The game officially started. The butler pushed inside a machine covered with black cloth. He opened the cloth. It was an electric shock machine. Seeing it, Marcel immediately stood up. He started to rebel.
Deserted son of a bitch debase you? Be my guest!
Someone's had a little too much to drink.
That's right! That's right, and I'm going home.
Oh, you've already been given that.
You go to hell. You sick. Marcel has not yet finished talking and has been shot to death. People panic, want to run away. But the housekeeper and security guard threatened them. So they just have to obediently continue to play the game. The game 10 million won USD officially started. Game 1 will be the electric shock on the head. Each play will have 2 people. Each person wears a hat. Within 15 seconds, 2 people have to make a choice. Electrocute yourself or shock your opponent. Cal and Iris both chose to electrocute themselves, followed by Amy and Linda. Less than 15 seconds, Amy chose to electrocute her opponent. It's Mrs. Linda. Everyone got a shock. Someone is still dizzy. Someone fainted. Game 1 was over. Shepherd let everyone rest for a while. At this point, Shepherd's son, Raleigh, entered. Iris asked him, "Why are you doing that?" Raleigh answered, "You know.
You agreed to be here. You're basically asking my family for a handout. The least you could do, pig, is show a little respect."
Travis couldn't take it, so he got into a fight with Raleigh. Raleigh says,
"You're a soldier, right?" Opening your mouth is a big mistake.
The second game of the game started again. This time, it was still option between the two. Each person must choose. One is Travis Whip. Second, holding a stick to stab another person's thigh. With no other choice, everyone had to choose to hold Travis Whip. His back is now full of blood. It's Peter's turn. Peter had to choose between the dying Travis and Mrs. Linda is older. If Travis gets beaten again, he will definitely die. So he only had to choose to stab Linda in the leg. Unfortunately, he stabbed her artery. A few seconds later, she stopped breathing. Travis was also in a coma. Game 2 is over. Shepherd and his butler began to discuss Game 3. At this moment, Iris was also discussing the plan to run away. Lucas hit the table and signaled. Everyone immediately stood up to protest. Cal took the club and Lucas knocked the butler down. Iris took the opportunity to run outside. Cal knocked out a guard. Then, holding the stick, rushed towards Shepard. But Shepard suddenly drew his gun. As a result, Cal was shot dead by him. The rest of the people had to obediently return to their position. Iris was immediately arrested as well. There were only 4 players left in the game. Game 3 has finally started. Guard pushes into a bucket of water. Then he gave each person an envelope. There is a card in each room. On it will write the punishment content. They have to choose the punishment on the card or choose the water tank. If they choose the water tank, they will be submerged in it for 2 minutes. The first one is Peter. Originally a betting fanatic, he decided to choose an envelope. Luckily, the penalty is just burning firecrackers in your hand. Then the guard got him a cannon. Peter was blank. This is cannon. Peter's hand was glued to the cannon. He is in a game of 10 million United States dollars. Now he must ignite this cannon, or will be shot dead by a guard. Peter lit the fire with a shiver. People were afraid to wipe the marks on them quickly, and Peter fainted in horror on the floor. Dead eyes roll. The next one is Lucas. He also has to choose from an envelope or a bucket of water, but he knew he couldn't hold his breath in the water for 2 minutes. So he chose the envelope. The card in the envelope had an eye on it. He wondered, asking Shepard what it meant. Shepard said it was hooking out one of his eyes. Lucas was horrified, but he also has no choice. He bitterly endured. Take the knife.
One.
The next one was Iris. She chose to be immersed in water for 2 minutes. Start timing. Iris was constantly struggling in the water tank. Her brother's image always appeared in her mind. She cannot die. Her brother is still waiting for her to come back. She struggled. Time was over. She is still alive. Shepard says, that crate was designed to drown people. Unexpectedly you survived. The last one is Amy. She chooses the envelope. But she was suddenly dumbfounded when she saw the punishment. The card she chose was
With a 4. That 4 stands for 4 minutes.
Amy knew she had no other choice. She went straight to the water tank. Start timing. The butler brutally drowned her into the water. Amy was constantly struggling, but she quickly froze. So the game left only 2 players, Iris and Lucas. The final game uses a coin to decide who will play first. Lucky Iris had the right to choose first. This game question is very simple. A. End the game, right now. You and Lucas free to leave. Empty hand. B. Eliminate Lucas. Claim victory and salvation for your brother. After listening, Lucas was overjoyed. An honest person like Iris, he thought, will definitely choose to give up the prize.
I think we have some things in common. You're here for someone else, right? Your brother. I bet you'd do anything for him. I know exactly how you feel. I have 3 sisters.
Iris won and took the prize money home, but she found out her brother was dead in bed. The film dissects human personality. Here everyone has a price, the so-called principle or limit. After all, it was just that no one had offered them a price to destroy it. In everyone's heart there is a desire to bet. They always feel that they are not so unlucky. But where is it easy to suddenly have 10 million dollars? The honest girl Iris fell into a dead end. Also have to choose to sacrifice others. This is truly human nature. Her last crying of misery. It's just a show for a good role. I sold my soul to the devil, sold my humanity. I have no other choice. But actually I have to thank Mr. Shepard. This is her true nature.